Hello and welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert, and I'm really pleased to welcome all of you students from Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most critical stages of opening a successful hotel, the commercial dry run. Now, this isn't just some practice session, it's the final all-out stress test that prevents those costly and frankly embarrassing opening day disasters.
Think about that for a second. Non-negotiable. That really captures the seriousness of the dry run. It's non-negotiable for one simple reason. This is the one moment where every single system, every process, and every member of the team gets tested before a single guest dollar is on the line. Yeah, the stakes really couldn't be higher.
So, what exactly is this simulation? Well, as you can see here, it's basically a full-scale dress rehearsal. We're moving beyond the training manuals and into a live operational reality. The whole point is to intentionally push the entire commercial system, the people, the tech, all of it, right to its breaking point, so we can find any flaws and fix them in a totally risk-free environment.
Okay, so this is where it all comes together. This is that moment of truth, where we leave all the theory behind and step right into the operational reality of a living, breathing hotel.
So who's running this whole show? Well, it's led by the reservations and revenue managers, the very people whose job it is to make the hotel commercially successful. And who plays the part of our demanding guests? You might be surprised. It's internal staff. This is brilliant because not only does it create incredibly realistic scenarios, but it also builds this crucial cross-departmental understanding of all the pressures involved.
All right, first up, let's talk tech. The first major focus here is the technology. We're not just kicking the tires to see if systems are working. We are intentionally trying to push them to their absolute breaking point. The goal is to make sure every transaction is solid, even when every part of the system is under immense simulated pressure.
And when I say pressure, I mean serious pressure. The team will simulate hundreds of bookings, modifications, and cancellations, all crammed into a very short, controlled period. This is all about mimicking the chaos of a peak booking window to find any hidden weakness in the system.
So this whole tech stress test really boils down to three key things. First off, we simulate that peak volume to see if the systems can even handle the rush. Next, we throw in really complex booking scenarios to test the system's logic. And finally, and this is critical, we verify cross-channel integrity to make sure our room inventory is perfectly synchronized everywhere, all the time.
But what's really fascinating here is how we measure success. We're tracking hard, cold metrics. How long does a transaction actually take when things get crazy? What's the error rate? Are we seeing bad rate codes or payment failures? And crucially, how fast is that inventory syncing up across all your sales channels? From the hotel's property management system, the PMS, to its central reservations, the CRS, and all those online travel agencies, the OTAs. Any delay there is a direct financial risk.
But, a hotel is so much more than its software, right? The dry run is also the final exam for the reservations team. It's not just about the tech, it's about the people. Can they execute flawlessly when the pressure's really on?
And we're really testing two fundamental skills here. As this slide shows, on one hand, you have sales effectiveness. Can the agent upsell a room or handle a tricky rate objection? But just as important is their policy communication. Can they explain complicated rules with real clarity and empathy? One skill drives revenue, the other prevents headaches and disputes. You have to be perfect at both.
And trust me, we test this with some really tough real-world scenarios. Explaining complex cancellation penalties, navigating group booking rules, processing a partial refund for an early departure. These are not simple questions. The goal here? Absolute, rock-solid consistency, making sure every agent gives the exact same correct answer every single time.
Okay, now for what I think is the most intense part of the entire dry run. We've tested the system under pressure, we've tested the people under pressure. Now, we take the system away completely. We are going to simulate a complete system failure.
So, in one controlled moment, bam, the system is taken offline. For that reservations team, everything has just gone completely dark. The big question is, now what?
This is what triggers the Manual Backup Kit, or MBK. The team has to immediately pivot and switch to manual booking logs. We're timing their response, we're checking the accuracy of their manual entries, and we are measuring how strictly they follow the emergency protocol. This one drill tells you everything about whether a team can protect the business when the technology fails.
Okay, so once all those high-stakes drills are done, we move into the final phase, certification. This is where we analyze every result and make sure this hotel is truly 100% ready for guests. And this slide gives you a perfect snapshot of the kinds of flaws we're hunting for. And look, these aren't just little bugs. These are major operational gaps. Things like a bad handoff of billing info between departments or agents giving inconsistent answers on policy. Every single flaw is meticulously documented.
The rule here is super simple: zero tolerance. If a critical flaw is found, everything stops. The issue gets corrected, and that specific scenario is retested again and again until it's perfect. You don't just fix it and move on. You have to prove the fix actually works.
And only then, after every single test is passed and every flaw is stamped out, do you get this, the Formal Readiness Certification. This is the official sign-off. It's the declaration that the hotel's commercial engine is robust, tested, and ready for live business.
So the hotel is certified, ready to open its doors. But this brings up a huge final question, and it's one I want you to really think about. The dry run creates this peak state of readiness. The real challenge, the real test, is maintaining that razor-sharp level of excellence every single day of operation. How does a team sustain that opening day perfection?